Welcome back on the Halftime Show on the PAC Sports Network. Right now we're joined by senior of the Westminster Titans, Rachel Durbin. Rachel, Westminster picking up its first conference win last week on Wednesday night against Geneva. Tell us about that win and how it was for the team to finally get that first conference win under your belts.
It was a boost of energy and confidence. We ended our last round of PAC play, so it was nice to lead way into the next full round of games.
Now, you're the lone senior on this very young Westminster team. What's it like to be the senior with so many youngsters on the squad?
It's tough at times. I still have two captains. They're juniors, Chrissy and Kylie. They helped me a lot with kind of reining in the freshmen and getting them to buy into the program and buy into the ways of the Westminster basketball team.
And with the team being so young, how do you try to keep the team steady, not get too low with the lows, and at the same time not get too high with the highs?
In practice, we try to cheer everyone on. Same as games, just boost their confidence as many times as you can. Just tell them to keep going and keep playing as hard as they can, and that soon everything will, fall into place and make sense of why they're playing and how they're playing.
Now, this team, the overall record, a little bit misleading because this team's played a ton of close games. How do you take those lessons learned, if you will, from the close losses and turn them into wins in the second half of the season now?
Don't get me wrong, those games are very frustrating, but, we go into practice the next day and we try to work on all the little things that, could have made the game a different game and turned it to the point where we could have won. So we're just taking those losses and hoping to learn from them and move into the next round and make those wins.
Now, you've had a strong season on the court, one of the top scorers and top three-point shooters as well. How do you feel things have gone for you?
This year I feel a little bit better than last year. I had an ankle sprain last year, so it was a little rough around, the edges, playing and not being able to move as well as I thought I could. So this year, coming off of that injury and having surgery gone and underwent, I just feel a lot more confident out there than I did last year.
A lot more depth on this year's team as well. Emily Fromneck, freshman, who's done an outstanding job on the inside. How do players like her open things up for you on the outside?
It gives us a lot of opportunity to, once we get it inside and, she scores, she starts scoring, that everyone starts collapsing on her. Then she's able to kick it out, hit us on the three-point line, and then we're able to score from inside and out.
And another newcomer, sophomore Jackie Matthews, an excellent three-point shooter as well. How do you two complement each other on the outside?
I'm finally picking up on, she likes to do a little, trick passes, but I'm catching on to how she can play, how she can shoot. She's a great aspect to the team, and, she can knock down those shots in basically any situation. So it's nice to play with her.
Back in high school, you were a multi-sport athlete at Lowellville High School in Ohio, led the basketball team to 4 straight regional playoff appearances. What was it like to play basketball back in high school?
It was fun. All my friends played. Coming from a small school of Lowellville, everyone knew everyone. We were close to everyone. And, it was just great playing out there with all your close friends and, going to regionals 4 years in a row. It was a great accomplishment for our small town.
Now, in high school, you were a multi-sport athlete. You ran track and cross country, also the starting catcher on the softball team. How were you able to juggle all of that as well as playing basketball and keep up with your academics?
Well, sports were my drive. So if I wanted to play sports, I had to have a good academic GPA, keep up with all my academic credits, and basically study so I could keep the good grades that I had in order to play and participate in all those activities that I did do.
And in college at Westminster, you chose only to play basketball. Why just one sport?
It's different, college to high school. A lot more academic-wise, stressors. It's a lot different, a lot harder, and basically just injuries. I would love to do other sports here, but it's just not reasonable in my personal life.
No, I can understand that at the collegiate level. Definitely a lot more to juggle, and obviously the main focus is on academics. As far as what you've learned from some of those other sports during your high school time, is there anything you can apply in basketball that you learned from those sports?
Oh, absolutely. In basketball, basically in high school, I was always a lowerclassman because I played with a great group of girls that were ahead of me. So at that time, I was always kind of on the back burner, never had to be an actual vocal leader, just lead by example. But being the only senior this year, I had to learn to actually be a leader, be vocal, be encouraging to all the kids younger than me. So, I take so much out of high school and just kind of apply it to where I am now.
And as the lone senior here at Westminster, thinking back over the last 4 years, is there any cherished memories or anything that maybe stick out as far as fun moments in playing for Coach Roseanne Scott?
My freshman year was very memorable. Being able to actually get a starting position as a freshman year when injuries hit and stick with it was very, I guess, a proud moment for myself. And we had a great bunch of girls my freshman year that, I just had a lot of fun with. The 3 seniors, Gabby, Courtney, and Hannah. So it was just memorable my freshman year, I guess I would say.
As far as your future, what's your major and what do you hope to do?
I'm a psychology major. Right now, I think I'm going to go for school psychology, so I'm probably going to get my master's in that. That's the goal as of right now.
That's Westminster senior Rachel Durbin. Rachel, thanks for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
We'll have the second half of today's ball game when we come back on the PAC Sports Network.